Hi, I'm David Lee, and welcome again to my kitchen and another episode of Culinary Capers. Today I want to show you a couple of ways to use fennel. And I don't know if you've ever had fennel before, and frankly I never had it till about 5 years ago, and it's a delightful taste. So I want to show you a couple takes on making a fennel salad, and I must give credit where credit is due. You've heard me talk about Blanc restaurant here in town before, and Jean-Claude Roger. He taught me this wonderful, simple fennel salad to make, and I want to share it with you and thank Jean-Claude for sharing it with me. So let's get started. Basically, there's just several ingredients. Fennel, and I've already pre-washed it. Balsamic glaze, and I have some store-bought here, and Jean-Claude is a purist, and one of these days I'll show you too. I just bought a nice bottle of balsamic vinegar at Trader Joe's, and I'm going to reduce it down since I'm almost out of glaze and make my own. And I must tell you that if you make your own, it doesn't have any additives in it and it tastes great. So we have fennel, balsamic glaze, which is a reduced, thickened balsamic vinegar, good extra virgin olive oil, mushrooms, and a little lemon juice, and salt and pepper. First of all, get our fennel bulb down here. And we're going to cut off the fronds and to make it easier to handle here. And we're going to save these for our second recipe. So I want to get the bottom off of it. So there's our nice bulb. So we're either going to, once again, either cut it or just run it through. And if you can see here, we're just starting to get see how nice and thin it's cutting it? So you can kind of see my fingers through it. Now you really can't cut a mushroom on the mandolin, so I want to cut this as thin as I can. Then we're going to take some lemon juice and hold my hand so I catch the seeds. There's a little lemon juice. Now, for the secret ingredient, the Parmesan cheese. I can't help myself when I get it out. I always have to have a taste. Trust me, buy the good stuff. You don't use very much of it, but it sure is good. So, we're going to shave some slices onto our salad. There. And now we'll drizzle with some balsamic glaze. Not a lot. And some extra virgin olive oil. And some nice salt. And pepper. And that's Jean-Claude's fennel salad. The nice thing about this is I served this the other night to some neighbors, and I put the fennel down and the mushrooms, and then I covered it with plastic, and then just before dinner I plated it in and drizzled the balsamic on it, and it turned out wonderfully. So for lunch today, I'm going to save this for my wife for lunch today, and I've got some leftover chicken. So I'm going to put some chicken on here, and it'll make a nice lunch. So there's my first of my 2 fennel salads. I'm going to do a second simple salad using fennel and peaches because my wife loves peaches. I not so much, but we're cooking for her. Some white wine vinegar or champagne vinegar, whichever you have on hand. Some lemon juice, olive oil, salt and pepper. So I want to start by cutting my peach. And Margie doesn't like the skins. So I always, and I must confess, I like them better without the skins on them either. So I want to get nice little chunks of peaches, put them in a bowl. And the recipe, one of the recipes that got me thinking about this also said you could use nectarines. So I got my peach in there, and I want no more than 1 tablespoon. I'm not going to quite put a tablespoon of vinegar in there, and just let that soak for a little bit. Now the other thing, I saved the tops of my fennel. This recipe calls, I suppose you could put it on the other one too, for some of the frond, which is pure edible. So we're going to chop up just roughly chop some frond, and we'll set that aside. And now we're going to get our trusty mandolin out again and take some more of our fennel. So that's all we're going to use for this salad. And you may say, okay, what are you going to do with this? The first time I tasted it, I had roasted fennel with a chicken. And our good dear friend Maggie Tribby of the Tribby Art Center, I'm going to rotisserie a chicken for her tonight. So we're going to use the rest of this, and I'm going to roast some small red potatoes and fennel together for about 30 minutes, just covered with some olive oil, and it's a great flavor. So I hope you'll try that too. So now we have our fennel. And we're going to put that in with our peach. Add probably about a tablespoon of good fresh lemon juice, and we don't want any of the seeds. So I got rid of those. Toss this together. And we're going to plate it. So now we'll drizzle a little, I'll get this out of the way so you can see. Drizzle a little bit of olive oil. Some of my rough chopped fennel frond. Fresh ground pepper. And a little salt. So there you have another little fennel salad. And once again today, I made the other salad. I'm going to put some leftover chicken on it and have a nice light lunch. So there you have it, my mandolin and fennel. So I hope you enjoyed listening to this, and I hope you'll go right up to Publix and buy some fennel. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.